barbecue fans, welcome to Lakeside Barbecue Chats. So I get asked a lot if I let my meat rest after I cook it. And the simple answer is yes, absolutely I do. Now the reason I do is because I want a superior product in the end. And if I'm gonna spend all the time to wet age the meat, to season it, to trim it, to cook it for 8+ hours, I wanna give it a chance to rest and for the meat to relax. So let's think about what happens when we're cooking that piece of meat. Now, all the fibers in the meat are, as the meat cooks, they're starting to contract. They contract and they get really super tight. So once the cook is finished, you can actually see this while you're cooking. You'll start out with a nice brisket, and when you're done, it's all pulled up together. And that's because all the fibers in the meat are super tight together and they pulled in. So we want this meat to relax, so it's a much better product in the end. All right, so once I'm done cooking, I take the thing off the grill, open up the foil, and I let it air out. Now, letting it air out is key, because what you don't want to do is go straight from your cooker into your Cambro or into your cooler and let the meat rest, because it's going to continue to cook. So I always open up the foil, open up the butcher paper, and let it air out for about 10 to 15 minutes. And the way I check it is I run the back of my hand over the meat to make sure it's not giving off tons of heat. Now once it's to the point where I can run my hand over it and not feel a lot of heat coming off, then I'm going to wrap it back up and I'm going to put it in the Cambro or the cooler and let the product relax. Now, so I'm going to let it rest for 1 to 2 hours, and what that's going to do is that's going to let the fibers of the meat relax, and it's going to reabsorb some of that moisture, so I've got an even more moist product in the end. And as I said, you can see this when you take it out of the rest. You open it up, it's going to be nice and laid out. It's not going to be all clumped up into a super tight chunk of meat anymore. And you can tell when you cut it as well. Now, I've got some really great instructions on this and a whole lot more over at academyaq.com. So why don't you guys come on over and check us out. Until next time, keep on smoking it.